welcome back. I'm Tanealyakimbeauty and this is Ulzzangmas. I'm not sure what day of Ulzzangmas we are on because I have been pre-filming, but in today's video we are going to be talking about some of my favorite drugstore and affordable foundations for oily skin. I have 6 foundations that I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to start with the most expensive and just kind of make my way down. This one is from NYX. This is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. My shade is in Classic Tan. This is such a wonderful foundation. Looking at the description, it says it's lightweight, waterproof, pigmented AF. I don't know if it's waterproof or not. I've never put it on and splashed my face with water to test that out. So that part, I don't know. But I do know that the wear time is absolutely amazing. It says the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation is our full coverage classic foundation that hustles as hard as you do. It's comfortable, long wearing, comes in a wide range of flattering tones that do not transfer. From what I'm seeing, it comes in 45 shades. It says that it controls shine, mattifies your complexion all day. It's also vegan. That's something else about all the formulas that I'm using today. Every single one of these is cruelty free, which is very, very important because I am trying to be cruelty free. This particular foundation, this one is so nice. This is a full coverage foundation, not light, not medium, full, but it looks really, really nice on the skin. When you put it on and blend it out, you don't look like you're wearing this really heavy mask of foundation. It just looks really, really nice on the skin, and it lasts for hours. This one mattifies the skin. You will, throughout the day have like a little bit of oily shine that comes through. There's no foundation that's going to completely stop that. But you can take one of those oil absorbing sheets, blot the oil, the shininess from your face, and your foundation looks exactly like it did when you first applied. This is a really, really nice foundation. It's one of my absolute favorites for mattifying and for oily skin. The only thing about NYX, this one is $15. This one I think was $14.99 when I bought it, so it's gone up like 1 cent or something. NYX is a drugstore brand, but they have been taking their prices and just kind of slowly pushing them upwards. NYX is getting a little crazy with their pricing there. They need to kind of, simmer down and kind of bring it down a bit. A foundation that's really, really comparable to this one, but is a lot more affordable. Not that this one's expensive. $15 isn't horrible, but when it comes to a drugstore brand, that is a little pricey. I could bring that down just a little bit. This one is from Elly Colors. This is the Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. This one is $4. This one is very, very comparable to this one. It pretty much does the exact same thing. The shade range for this one is not as much as this one. There's only 14 shades of this one. So that's one thing this formula has over this one. The shade range is a lot better. This one actually oxidizes down a couple of shades. So if you're really, really fair, then the lightest shade is probably not going to work for you because they do oxidize down a couple of shades. This one is soft beige. The other shade that I have, I can't remember, but it's like a deeper tan shade. That was the first shade I got. Mixing the 2 shades together gives me that perfect shade match even when oxidized. But that aside, this one is a long wearing foundation. This one is another full coverage foundation. The description says it's a high pigment formula that applies as a liquid and blends to a beautiful matte powder-like finish, available in 14 shades to complement a wide range of skin tones. That's the only thing, is that I wish the shade range was a little bit better. But like I said, this is a really, really nice foundation. This one lasts for hours, lasts all day. Even if you're outside in the heat, it doesn't melt off your face. This one doesn't either. $15, $4. So if you can get this one and get it in your shade range, I would say go with this one. Very, very affordable and a very, very wonderful formula for oily skin. The next foundation we're going to be talking about is from Milani. This is the Screen Queen Natural Finish Foundation. My shade is in Deep Tan. This is one of my absolute favorite foundation formulas for oily skin. I absolutely love this one. It says it has a digital blue light filter. Basically what that means is that it's supposed to filter blue lights off digital devices like cell phones, pads, computers, laptop screens, stuff like that. Blue light apparently ages the skin, something like that. I'm not sure exactly, and I don't know if this actually works to filter blue lights, but that's what it says that it does. That part I really can't tell you if it actually works or not. I've not truly tested that. This one is a semi-matte formula. It says it's light to medium coverage, but it is buildable. Like, you can get a pretty decent full coverage look from this one without that heaviness. It covers everything. All of my flaws, all of my blemishes, hyperpigmentation, discoloration, covers all that, yet still looks like my natural skin is shining through. The other foundation from Milani, the Conceal and Perfect, I've seen a lot of people rave about that one, but that one looks horrible on my skin. It showed all my texture, it showed all my pores. That formula, it just did not work for me. This one is absolutely amazing. This one is not as oil absorbing and mattifying as this one is, but it still looks really beautiful in skin, and it is extremely long wearing. With this one, just take one of those little absorbing sheets. The ones that I use, by the way, are from Clean and Clear. I actually use the generic ones, which are the Equate ones. You can get twice as many of those for the same price as the Clean and Clear. Just a little tip there. But I like to take those sheets, put it on my face, absorb the oil, and it looks exactly like it did when you first applied it. This is such a beautiful, gorgeous foundation formula. This, like I said, is one of my absolute favorite formulas of all time. Next, we have the Glamouflage Foundation 16-Hour Full Coverage Foundation from Hard Candy. This is one of my absolute foundations. This is one of the first ones that I purchased to try out for my oily skin. This one is only $6. This one is full coverage, oil-free, long-wearing, super smooth liquid makeup that lasts for up to 16 hours. I can't tell you if it lasts for 16 hours. I've never worn my foundation for that long. I don't know anybody that wears their foundation for that long, but it has lasted for as long as I have needed it to. I think the longest I've ever worn my foundation is 12 hours. Very natural and flawless looking on the skin. For this one to be as full coverage as it is, this one sets down to a matte finish. If you have drier skin, normal, sensitive, this is going to be like too intense for you. But if you have combination to oily skin, this is going to do you exactly what you need it to. It is going to absorb oil. It is going to mattify. Like I said, this one is matte. It's full coverage, but it's full coverage without that cakiness. I have not had any kind of creasing whenever I use this foundation. It just looks so smooth and flawless, and it lasts for hours. Like I said, I think the longest I've ever worn a foundation is 12 hours, and it looks beautiful from the time I first apply it all the way to the time I take it off. Just take those little oil absorbing sheets that I love, sop up in the oil, and it looks exactly the same underneath that it did when I first applied it. And for $6, this one is a really beautiful, truly affordable foundation if you have oily skin. We have two more that we're going to talk about. This one is from Faux Era. This is a soft matte long wear liquid foundation. This one I bought specifically to use as my cosplay makeup. I ordered this one off of Amazon. This is only $9.99 when the one that I bought. You can get this for as low as $6.99 on Amazon. Extremely affordable. Like I said, this one I bought as my cosplay makeup, back when, before the pandemic, and we were doing costuming conventions, comic cons, events, stuff like that. This foundation is the one that I will pull out when I needed my foundation to just stand the test of time. Like I needed it to last all day through anything outside in the heat, in the elements. I needed my foundation to last. This is the one that I would pull out. This is an amazing formula. It's so extremely affordable. It gives you light to medium coverage, but it is buildable, so you can get to a full coverage look if you want, and it is extremely skin-like. It looks so good on the skin. Even if you're outside in the sun, in direct sunlight, it still looks good. It still looks skin-like. This is one of my absolute favorite formulas. I was saving this specifically for costuming, but since I don't know when we're going to be doing that again, I decided to go ahead and pull it out and make some use out of it because I don't want it to, expire or anything if you have oily skin. If you're looking for something that's going to stand the test of time, last all day long through all the elements, this is definitely a foundation that I would go for. The last foundation that we have to talk about, this one's from Shop Miss A. This is from the AOA brand. It is the A+ Buildable Satin Foundation Drops. These are foundation drops. You have a little dropper here. What I do is I take it and it drops all over my face, and then I blend it out with a sponge. This one is cruelty-free, vegan, paraben-free, lightweight. It has 19 milliliters, so it's about 6.64 ounces. So there's less product in here than there is in the other ones. But this is only $1.88. $1.88. This is one of my absolute favorites for oily skin. It sets down to a satin matte finish, so this one is not going to be like straight matte. It's not super oil absorbing. This one is more for those days when I just want light to medium coverage. I don't want anything heavy in my skin. I'm not trying to go for anything that's full coverage. I'm not really concerned about the foundation lasting for 12 hours. This one lasts all day, but you will need to touch up a little bit throughout the day because, like I said, it's not super mattifying. It doesn't give you full coverage like the other ones. But if you have oily skin, and you're wanting something that's extremely skin-like, this is skin-like. This one comes in 15 shades. Not a huge shade range, but the formula is such that it will work for multiple skin tones. Like this one right here, which is in soft tan. This one will work for a nice range of skin tones that are, you know, more tan, have kind of a warm to neutral undertone to it. So even though there are only 15 shades in this one, the formulation of this one makes it so that it will work with multiple skin tones. So more than likely you'll be able to find a shade that works for you. You know, another advantage to this one being only $1.88 is that even if you do have a hard time finding your shade in the 15 shades they have available, you can buy multiple and blend them together, and it will still cost you less than it will for one of these. That was my favorite drugstore and affordable foundation formulas for oily skin. If you have combination to oily skin, I hope that you found this video informative and helpful and maybe helping you find a foundation that could work for your skin. And if you have a favorite end-all be-all foundation formula that you love to use that I did not mention in this video, drop it down in the comment section down below. I love hearing your thoughts and I love trying out new formulas. If you like these types of videos, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you hit subscribe and join my little family if you're not already subscribed. And if you like to be notified of any videos that are going to be coming up in the future, and as you know, there are a lot coming up in this month of December, just be sure to tap the notification down below. You'll be notified each and every time. Be safe, guys. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.